Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Rocky Mountain Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Just a couple of announcements before we get started. You're going to be hearing from 6 universities, each presenting on their own institution, and you can use the Q&A button at any time to ask questions of any of our presenters. Your camera and your microphone are turned off so the panelists aren't able to see or hear you. The Q&A feature really is your one way of communicating with them. Also, this is just one of many different sessions happening as part of this College Fair series. There will be more again next week, so be sure to sign up for others. Also, the presentation is being recorded and it will be available in about a week, as will all of the other presentations on strivescan.com/RMACAC. I'd now like to present turn it over to our first presenter, which is Wabash College. Tyler.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Josh. I'm really happy to be here this evening. My name is Tyler Wade, and I work in the admissions office at Wabash College. And it looks like the screen sharing didn't like me, so hold on a second. Okay, from Wabash College. So Wabash is a small private liberal arts college in Indiana, located in Crawfordsville, which is about 45 minutes outside of Indianapolis, just about 3 hours south of Chicago. And at Wabash, we talk about educating our students to learn more, earn more, lead more, and play more. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that this evening. So the first part of that is teaching our students to learn more. We do that through a pretty rigorous liberal arts education. So when I talk about the liberal arts, what I mean is basically just a fancy word for a broad-based sort of general education. So students who come to liberal arts colleges take classes in math and science and the social sciences, the humanities, the arts, to sort of build that broad-based educational foundation. But then they still specialize in areas for a major and a minor. I think we have 40 different programs of study available on campus. Really small class sizes. So we have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, 13-to-1 student faculty ratio. Average class size is 11. So pretty small classes that are really heavily focused on speaking and will make you a better writer. One of the things that we're really proud of related to that sort of classroom experience are these rankings. So these are rankings that come from the Princeton Review. And you'll see 3 of them are related to the classroom sort of experience. So we're ranked number 3rd for having the most successful professors, 10th for professors getting high marks, and 13th for best classroom experience. And these are national rankings, which really speaks to the kind of good work that goes on in classrooms on campus. But because college is also about making sure that you're set up for success after college, we also have really outstanding rankings in our alumni network, internship opportunities, and career services office. In fact, we're the nation's #1 ranked alumni network and #1 school for internship opportunities. And those are things that are obviously going to be really important for you finding a job after you go to college. So talk about a little bit about that outcomes piece a little bit more. So we talk about having our students earn more. This slide just provides some examples of how that happens. Some numbers that I'll sort of key in on here for you. 1 in 10 of our graduates is an executive of the company that they work for. We have a 94% acceptance rate into medical school, which is about twice the national average, and an 88% acceptance rate into law school. We've got graduates in lots of different career fields, but business, law, and medicine sort of tend to be the big 3 areas that our graduates go on to work into. And obviously with sort of statistics like those, I think that sort of speaks for itself. This slide, Gavin, it gives you an example of some of the places where our students have done internship opportunities, or have gotten their first destination job experiences. Our graduate school opportunities. So you'll see recognizable brands on here like Eli Lilly and Company, obviously Google, the NFL, Goldman Sachs, Chase Bank. We've got Wabash alumni everywhere. And again, as I mentioned, Wabash people tend to be really geeked about Wabash. And so they go out of the way to help our students be able to find connections into working in those companies. All kinds of opportunities to demonstrate leadership on campus. Whether that's being involved in student government or some school spirit groups called the Sphinx Club. We have a Malcolm X Institute of Black Studies, a really robust fraternity organization. I think 80 different clubs or organizations on campus. So lots of real world experiences for you to be able to kind of try out those leadership opportunities, build up your leadership skill set, and be involved on campus. And obviously going to college is also about having fun. Wabash is a member of NCAA Division III. We have 12 different varsity sports. We just added volleyball this last year. We compete in the North Coast Athletic Conference. Our athletic programs are really strong across the board. Football is probably the sport that we're most known for. I think we're ranked 5th all time in Division III programs for wins and are usually ranked in the top 25 most years. So really strong athletic programs. Obviously, I think if you are bored at college, it's generally because you're boring. There's always something going on, whether that's a concert, an art exhibition, a music recital, a speaker on campus, a club meeting, an athletic event. There's generally always something that's going on. It's just a matter of getting outside your comfort zone and going on and trying those new experiences. And so lots of really good ways to get involved. This slide just sort of demonstrates some important dates, scholarships, aid, application requirements. We are test optional for the coming cycle. Applying to Wabash is free, and we offer really generous merit and need-based scholarships. So we sort of have had a long-standing commitment as an institution for cost not being what gets in the way of qualified students being able to come to Wabash. We also make public our scholarship grid. So you can go out on our website, look at your GPA and standardized test scores if you have them, and find out exactly how much money you qualify for in merit aid. Last thing that I will leave you with this, there's only one college in the nation that made all of these lists that you see in front of you, and that is Wabash College. And so we hope that you add us to your list. Thanks so much for your time this evening. I'll put my contact information in the chat and turn it over to our next presenter.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And next, we'll be hearing from Weber State University.
Thanks, Josh. All right, so my name is Jen. I am a senior admissions counselor here at Weber State. I have a lot of information for you, so I'll just kind of zoom through it really quick. For those of you who do not know where Weber State is located, we are in northern Utah. We're about 2 hours south of the Idaho border, roughly 6 to 7 hours north of the Arizona and Nevada border, kind of in the perfect location when it comes to anything, really. So outdoor recreation is kind of our thing. We're in the heart and soul of outdoor recreation. Outside of our main campus, we have 7 total. Our Ogden campus is our biggest campus. It's the main campus. It's where everything happens. All of these campuses are in the northern part of Utah, and they all offer classes and testing centers. They are also more of just a convenience for you. So because we have a lot of campuses and a lot of students, we actually offer a free UTA Ed Pass to all of our students for free. So as a student at Weber State University, you actually have free access to all public transportation in the state. Student life at Weber State is huge. It's one thing that a lot of people don't really think of when they think Weber State, but Weber State is a large university. We have about 30,000 students, and we have everything a large university offers, whether it's clubs and organizations, sports, military affiliation, outdoor rec, clubs and organizations. I've already said that, but study abroad is also another big one that we do. So there's always something to get involved with, always something to do. There's always ways to grow and change. We do have small class sizes. We have about 21 students to 1 professor on campus. Our class sizes range from about 8 students to 64 is the largest class we can have. I personally never had more than 45 students in the classes that I took while I was at Weber State. So you have a very intimate setting. You get to build that one-on-one relationship with your professors and classmates, and you just get a little bit more success along the way, I think. Weber State has 7 colleges that you will be participating in, essentially. It houses our 225 plus programs. We have just about more programs than any other state in any other institution in the state of Utah, just because we also offer certificates and associates all the way up to that master's and doctoral program. A lot of students jump around, but that is all. There's just about everything there available to you. Our biggest colleges are our health professions, nursing, radiological sciences, whatever it may be in the health professions. We're also really popular in the science, the computer science and engineering, as well as business. This is our in-state tuition. It is a full year tuition and fees, 2 semesters, assuming you're going full time. The only thing separate from this is going to be housing if you choose to live on campus, as well as books. It's kind of like the sticker price. No one ever pays this full number. There's no need to at Weber State. We have enough funding to go around for everybody, as long as you actually apply for it. This is my out of state. So for anyone out of state, the 16,000 is for the same thing, full year, 2 semesters, assuming you're going full time, fees included. But again, it's a sticker price, so no one really ever actually pays this number. If you are a surrounding state in the West, you would also qualify for the WUI. We do offer it. It says 8,651. Again, it's a full semester or full year, 2 semesters, assuming you're going full time. We offer 4-year scholarship programs where you can accept them your first year as a freshman, and it is yours for a full 4 years until you graduate at least. So we're based it off of your GPA and your test score. We are still requiring the ACT or SAT for academic scholarships. Most of my students are on some kind of scholarship at Weber State, so there's really a good chance that you'd be getting one anyway. The deadline is December 1st for priority. Anything after that is a first come, first served basis. All you have to do is apply, submit your transcripts and your test score, and then you're automatically submitted for the scholarship that you qualify for. So for those of you in Utah who are taking concurrent enrollment classes at any institution, you would qualify for the EDGE scholarship. It's $2,000 a year for 4 years, and you have to have at least 12 concurrent enrollment classes and a B average. We do accept the FAFSA. We also have a specialized scholarship application that you can fill out specific to Weber State. It will blanket the entire university. It's based off of the talent rather than GPA or test scores. It is a 1 year at a time scholarship, so you do have to reapply every year. And as far as housing goes, we do have campus housing. We can house about 1,000 students on campus. We have 2 locations. Kind of depends. It's personal preference for whichever one you would prefer or whichever one would work best for you. A couple of bonuses. We do give $1,000 off of your tuition your first year of living on campus if you choose to do so. It's $500 one semester, $500 the next. To apply it to Weber, it is a 3-step process. It's super simple. It's through our website. You fill out the application online, takes 10, maybe 15 minutes. You submit your documents, which are your transcripts and your test score, pay the $30, which is the cheapest in the state. You're guaranteed acceptance to the university as long as you graduate high school. And that's it. It takes us about a week to get you submitted into the system. There are a handful of programs that you do have to have a second step application to. They're mostly in our health professions field. Everything else is walk-in. So it's a simple application process, 100% guaranteed acceptance to the university. You never have to reapply again, which is awesome. You'll be in our system if you choose to come back. This is my contact information. If you do have questions, feel free to reach out to me. As always, email is 100% the easiest way to go. I check it regularly, so feel free to take a shot of that and I will let us move on. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jen. And next we will hear from Laramie County Community College.
There we go.
All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Alex Barker. I am an admissions representative here at Laramie County Community College. We are located in Cheyenne, Wyoming. So for those of you who are not totally familiar with where we might be located, we have our main campus is located in Cheyenne, and then we have a smaller campus in Laramie, Wyoming as well. So proximity wise, we're about 45 minutes away from Fort Collins, 2 hours from Denver, and about 45 minutes as well away from the University of Wyoming, which is pretty close to us. And then our Albany County campus, our smaller little remote campus, is in Laramie, so just a few minutes down the road from the University of Wyoming. So this is our just a snapshot of what campus looks like. We're a pretty large campus. We offer many different things for students on campus. So a lot of our programs are going to be hosted on our main campus. We do have a few online programs, quite a few general education credits that can be taken in Laramie at our smaller campus to really, accommodate a lot of those University of Wyoming students that need to pick up a few classes here and there. We also offer Associate of Science, Associate of Arts degrees. So any of those 2-year degrees, Associate of Applied Science as well. Many of our certificates and credit diplomas, you'll find quite a bit of those laying in our trades and tech field. So we'll get into a little bit about what we have to offer as far as that goes. We do offer two Bachelor of Applied Science degrees at LCCC. And so those are for students that have an Associate of Applied Science. So that's a unique opportunity that was just introduced to the state last year. So we are well underway with that. As far as our admissions goes, we have an application. It's obviously all going to be done online. The application fee is free. It takes about 15 minutes to complete, and then you just submit a high school transcript over to us. We also suggest that you meet with an admissions representative, so just to get a lay of the land and what would be the best field for you to go down, what programs are you interested. So just to kind of gain a relationship with somebody on campus, so that way we can help guide you through your next steps. Always suggesting for students to visit campus. I think this is a really important factor on deciding if LCCC or if any school is going to be the best fit for you. And so I think that overall, this is a good opportunity for students just to step foot on campus. Again, just to make sure that this is going to be a good fit for you, or if it's just not what you thought it was going to be. Our tuition and fees are laid out right here. They are by semester, not by a full year. So if you are an in-state student, so if you're from the state of Wyoming, your tuition is about $2,000, assuming that you're a full-time student. And then if you're in one of our surrounding states, if you fall within the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program, you're automatically granted the tuition rate of about $2,500. This does not include room and board. We don't require students to live on campus, but we do have housing facilities that we'll touch base on here in just a moment. So we do have many resources on campus, as most college campuses offer. So we do have counseling and campus wellness services for students. That does include a health clinic for students that are living on campus. If you're feeling under the weather, we do have, we partner with the University of Wyoming Family Medicine to help with those students. We do have disability support services that can provide any accommodations that you might need. Of course, we have a library with great study spaces, great natural lighting, plenty of access to study spaces around campus as well. We have a food pantry for students. This is open for anyone. You don't have to live on campus to access this. And then we also have free tutoring for students as well. Like many schools, we offer many scholarships. We have about 400 different scholarships for students. And then the one that's most important right now is if you are a graduating high school senior, you do receive, if you have a 3.0 or higher, we have a presidential scholarship that will automatically be granted toward you. It's first come, first serve. So you just fill out a form that says, yes, I want this scholarship, and then we apply that towards your account. So many opportunities for financial aid as well. Our deadline for financial aid is April 1st. And then all of our programs are laid out by pathways. So you'll see our 7 pathways right here that are laid out. All of our programs are listed underneath those pathways. And so if you find something that's interesting to you, you have questions about those programs, I'm happy to send you some more information. We have anything from ag and equine to automotive, diesel, any of those tech fields, to your general studies if you want to transfer on. And then primarily, we are really, really big on our health science program. So we have a lot of students that just come in from all across the board. If you're not sure what you want to do, we have Career Coach. This is a career assessment that will help students find what you would be best for as you're trying to decide on your career. We do have 628 beds on campus, 3 residence halls, so plenty of opportunity to find out what would be best for you as you decide if you want to live on or off of campus. And so we're happy to show you those residence halls as you come and visit campus so you can see a good fit for you. We also have athletics and of course, many, many student organizations and clubs for you to be involved in. So if you are interested in either of these, or if you're interested in the athletics, please just drop a message in the chat and I'll get you the information I can. Otherwise, I'll lay my information in the chat as well if you have any questions for me or you need to reach out to me as well. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys have a great night.
Thanks so much. And next is the University of Wyoming.
Fantastic. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Adrienne Loveland, and I am the Assistant Director of Admission for the University of Wyoming. And I'm also a very proud graduate of the University of Wyoming. So Laramie, Wyoming is our home. We are about 2.5 hours from DIA, about 50 minutes north of Fort Collins. Laramie is a little more rural setting with about 30,000 people in the town and about 12,000 students on our campus. We are a true quintessential college town. We are the only 4-year institution in the state. It is us and 7 community colleges. You just heard from LCCC, one of our partner sister schools. But it's fantastic because you're going to find a lot of uniqueness in the school because of that. We, as I mentioned, a little over 12,000 students. We really pride ourselves on our students not only getting a fantastic education, but really getting to know the professors and getting to really see and be involved in their degree program. A big number that we like to talk about is that 92% of our graduates last year were in grad school or employed within 6 months of graduation. So we're really proud of our students and the impact they're making. Laramie is surrounded by 2 mountain ranges. So to the east, you have world-class rock climbing, mountain biking, camping. To the west, you've got skiing, you've got hiking, anything, fishing, anything you want to do outdoors is right there in Laramie. So we're sort of an outdoor enthusiast haven. It's very beautiful and it's a lot of fun. We even have clubs and organizations for that. You can rent equipment. If you've never been rock climbing, you can get all that. You can go to kayaking tutorials. We want to make sure you get to enjoy that experience as much as possible. Wyoming, University of Wyoming is a Division I school. We participate in the West Conference, which is home to Air Force, CSU, Boise State, San Diego State, Hawaii, and a couple others. Fun fact, we have the most active NFL players in the Mountain West, and that does include the starting quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. We also have club sports, intramural sports, a fantastic Greek system. For fine arts at Wyoming, you don't need to be that major to participate in them. You can just be in the marching band or the a cappella group or whatever your passion is. We do have over 300 clubs and organizations, a fantastic student government, and there's a lot of love and loyalty for this school because this is it. No NFL teams, no professional sports, not a state divided. It is the University of Wyoming. So it's not uncommon for people to drive 9 hours for a football game, start tailgating on a Tuesday. We do offer our students over 200 different areas of study. That's everything from accounting to zoology. This link here will take you to all of our majors, but we do encourage our students to double major or major and minor as they go through the university. Before admission, we do look for this high school success curriculum, as well as a GPA of a 3.0. This year for 2021, we are test optional and we'll make a decision in the next month for test optional for 2022. If we need test scores, we need a 21 on the ACT or 1060 on the SAT. You have that, congratulations, welcome to UW. We are on a rolling admissions basis, so we're continuously accepting applications with the exception of nursing and pharmacy for our direct entry nursing and pharmacy programs. We will need your application by December 1st, your senior year, if you're interested in either one of those. We will accept the common application or our own regular application, either one is fine. So for a complete application, we will need your app, your transcript, and a $40 application fee, and potentially your test scores. You didn't hear me say essays or letters of recommendation, but you may submit those if you want us to know something else is going on. For our scholarships for our out-of-state students, we do offer the Brown and Gold as well as the WUI, or the Western Undergraduate Exchange. This is our current scholarship graph where we can award you the Brown and Gold commitment without a test score. But if you do want to get the WUI, we do need to see a test score. Also, you can see with the Brown and Gold commitment as well as WUI, we take your unweighted GPA, best ACT or SAT score, and where those two coincide on this graph, we will guarantee you the amount that you fall in every year for 4 years in scholarship money. You do not need to apply separately for these. They are automatic through your application for admission, as we assume you want free money, and if not, let us know, we'll figure something else out. With the WUI, it does come out to about $12,000. That's the tuition and in-state tuition plus a half or 150%. So when you're on campus, to keep any of these amounts, we do need you to maintain a 3.0 GPA, which a lot of the programs at Wyoming require you to have that GPA to stay in the program. So it's a win-win. We are having in-person visits on our campus, so we welcome you to Laramie to come check it out for yourself and see how you like it. We are going to be doing those over the summer as well. Our students will be back in person this coming fall, so I encourage you to come up to campus, check out Laramie, and see how you like the University of Wyoming. Go Pokes!
Thank you so much. Next is the University of Utah.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. And thank you to my co-presenters today. I'm very excited to be speaking with you today. My name is Ryan Copeland. I am a senior admissions counselor at the University of Utah. We have 2 campus locations. The primary one is in Salt Lake City, Utah. We host about 24,000 undergraduate students, which lends to a 17-to-1 student to teacher ratio, along with our average class size floating around 23 students. We are the state's flagship institution and the top research institution in the state, which means for you as students being able to engage those research experiences as early as day 1 of your freshman year. We also have over 150 different academic programs, which I'll speak more about in just a moment. There we go, sorry. As far as Salt Lake City itself, yes, even though we're the capital of Utah and the airport's right there, we are a pretty great college city. To the back of our campus, we have the Wasatch Mountains. We're 30 to 45 minutes away from 7 world-class ski resorts. And there's even clubs on campus for students to go skiing on these resorts for free. We're close to 2 outdoor malls, the Vivint Smart Home Arena, home of the Utah Jazz, as well as really close to a lot of public transit stops and bus systems and things like that. We have 18 different colleges on our campus with over 150 different academic programs, ranging anywhere from the School of Business, which is one of the more popular programs on our campus. Students even invest in a real portfolio, and they can go into majors such as accounting, operation chains, business management, all that great stuff. There's also in special interest groups through the business scholars at the University of Utah School of Business. We also have a gaming program, so game design. Okay, we're one of the top gaming programs in the country, rather game design programs in the country. But we even have an esports league that competes in the Power 5 conference as well. We also have 13 different engineering majors, ranging anywhere from biomedical engineering to data science engineering to electrical engineering, as well as other great engineers. Some notable alumni include the president of Walt Disney Studios, Ed Catmull, as well as the co-founder of Adobe, John Warnock. Lasan Studios is a resource on our campus available to all students. This is run by the School of Business, but the bottom level of this building has 1,000 square foot space. That's a workshop of sorts. There's welding machines, work project spaces, as well as spaces for students to actually run their businesses right out of college. We do have the top 10 entrepreneurship program in the country, which is awesome considering that the students that start their businesses while attending the University of Utah, they continue to press on after they graduate from the University of Utah as well. So it's a pretty rad thing to be a part of. We also offer a plethora of different pre-professional degrees. So if you're interested in going into medical school, physical therapy school, dentistry, as well as other pre-professional things like law school, we have all of those schools on our campus to continue your education through the University of Utah. And we also have all the hospitals on our campus as well. So it's not like you have to go across town to gain research experience or internship opportunities. It's all kind of centrally located. We want to be your home away from home. We recently built the brand new Collard Village, which is this picture in the top center there. Collard Village has almost 1,000 beds, and we are able to accommodate at least 50% of our incoming freshman class on our in our on-campus housing facilities. A lot of great study areas in our on-campus housing facilities, as well as opportunities for you to partake of our all-you-care-to-eat cafeteria and 24/7 pizzeria that's open to students if you need that late night snack. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we're part of the Pac-12 conference. Not only is this an athletic conference, but it's also an academic conference, so our students should be able to go toe-to-toe with other students from places like Stanford, UCLA, University of Oregon, University of Arizona, etc. Our application process engages in a holistic review process. So while we do look at primary factors such as academic performance and preparation, We are looking at a myriad of other factors too, things like leadership experiences, service opportunities, extracurricular activities, personal circumstances that may have prevented you from doing better at school. We are on the common application, so you can fill that out there. And our priority deadline is December 1st of your senior year. This is important because once you apply by December 1 of your senior year, you'll find out as early as January 15th if you've been admitted to the University of Utah, and you'll also be automatically considered for scholarships. So in addition to the application and the $55 application fee, we'll also need your official high school transcripts and your ACT if you would like to send that to us as well. We also award over $98 million worth of scholarships on an annual basis. We're a pretty easy state to become a resident in as well. For all of you out there though, as long as you have a 3.2 GPA and you're coming from a WUI state, you are guaranteed WUI. I'll forego residency for now for interest of time, but you can become a resident of the state of Utah in a year. And then the cost of attending University of Utah, as you can see here, is about $30,000 for the entire year. A little less if you qualify for WUI, which is about $13,000 for the entire year. And then we do have campus tours running right now, and through the summer, we also have virtual events on our campus too. So please come and visit us. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ryan. And next we'll be hearing from the University of Nevada, Reno.
All right, thank you so much. Hi, my name is Crystal Respicio, and I am from the University of Nevada, Reno. I'm actually based in Las Vegas. I work as an admissions and recruitment coordinator. So that means I'm here to help you with any questions you have about admissions, financial aid, scholarships, housing. And in the lower left side of the screen, I have a QR code. You can wave your phone over it, and it'll take you to a link where you'll receive more information about the university. Feel free to take a picture of any of my slides for later and save your information. Now we're going to go into a little bit of information about the university. So we were established in 1874. We've been around for about 145 years, and within those 145 years, we were able to establish and maintain a Tier 1 ranking. And if you're not familiar with Tier 1, it means that we're ranked in the top 5% of schools in the nation, which is the top 200 schools. And other Tier 1s you may be familiar with are UCLA, UC Davis, any UC school on the West Coast, UPenn, MIT, we're ranked up there with them. And what they look at for Tier 1 is the retention rate for students coming back for their second year of school, how much research is available to them as an undergraduate, and also the student to faculty ratios. And I can say that our retention rate is at 82%. We have research available to you as an undergraduate student with over 60 research facilities that you can use. We even recently were awarded the R1 Carnegie Classification Award. And on our campus, we also have spent $850 million in new facilities for you to use as a student, including a new gym, a new engineering building, university arts building, library, so many facilities for you to use at no extra cost. Our campus is about 290 acres. For reference, that's about 3 times the size of Disneyland. It sounds kind of huge, but everything you need is right on campus, from the residence halls to your classes, the library, the fitness center, everything you need is right there. And on our campus, we have about 21,000 students. Most of them come from out of state or internationally. We have about 73 different countries our students come from. And our faculty to student ratio, our student to faculty ratio is 18:1. It recently just dropped because we added on 400 more faculty. That QR code is also an inquiry link, so you can take a picture of that. But the student to faculty ratio, what that means is that you're really going to get a personalized academic experience in your major classes. And speaking of majors, we have over 145 programs that you can choose from. These are just our colleges that we have on campus, ranging from engineering all the way down to the School of Medicine. We have pre-professional programs if you're thinking about any graduate school, pre-law, pre-med. If you're thinking about pre-nursing, we have those options for you. I do want to mention the Western Undergraduate Exchange. We do have that program available for you at our university, and at a discounted tuition rate of 150%, you would be receiving about a $12,000 discount on tuition, which will bring you really close to in-state tuition for Nevada. All we need from you is a 3.25 unweighted GPA or a qualifying test score listed on the screen. If you do not qualify for WUI, we do have another program for you called Nevada Advantage, where you will receive discounted tuition at 200% and a discount of about $8,000. We need a minimum 3.0 weighted academic GPA, which means we're only going to look at your core classes of English, math, social sciences, and humanities classes. Or if you have a qualifying test score of a 22 ACT or an 1100 SAT. A little bit more about our university. So we are the Nevada Wolfpack. We're a D1 school. You can tell from some of these pictures, our games are so hype. I loved going to these games as a student, and the tickets are at no extra cost to you. They're so much fun. We have so many sports available for you, from basketball, football, soccer. We even have club sports that still compete, and also intramural sports. If you don't want to be really competitive, you can just get a group of friends and compete on campus and basketball games, volleyball games, all of that good stuff. We have over 300 clubs and organizations at our school, ranging from like the napping club to running club, so many different options for you to choose from. And if you can't find something that fits you, you can create your own club with a faculty advisor and even receive funding. We have first generation resources. We have peer mentor groups with TRIO and McNair scholars, so many opportunities for you to receive support from the Wolfpack community. Next, we're going to talk about the Reno Tahoe area. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Reno Tahoe, but it's absolutely beautiful. Reno itself is a smaller town, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. The university feels like a big university feel, and then Reno itself feels like a small town. And I really like that transition. After I come off from campus, I loved being in the community and getting support from Reno. Also, we're about 45 minutes away from Lake Tahoe. So if you like being outdoors, this is a great spot for you to be. I was there almost every weekend. And snowboarding, skiing, and even during the summer, I loved paddleboarding and hiking and going out to Lake Tahoe. And Reno has a lot of community events for students. So if you're really looking for that community support, Reno hosts a ton of activities for students in the community. My favorite are the Great Reno Balloon Races, and they held every year. All students go. You can even see the Nevada logo on one of the balloons, but it's a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed my time at the university when I was a student. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of the presentation, and I'm going to talk about our admission requirements now. So our application opens September 15th, and you can access it at unr.edu/apply, and our application is super simple. We don't require any personal essays, letters of recommendation. We don't even use the Common App. You just need to fill out your online application. There is a $60 application fee, but we have a deferral option available where it will push back that fee to when tuition and fees are due in the fall, so you can have those covered by your financial aid. And then we need you to submit your high school transcript, submit your immunization records, and then we are test optional as well. So you don't have to submit your ACT or SAT scores, but I encourage you send them in if you have them for class placement. We won't use test scores for scholarships either. And to be admitted to the university, we're only going to look at your core GPA. We'll need a 3.0, and we will apply your weighted classes to that core GPA. So any honors, AP, IB courses, we will add that. And we're only going to look at 4 years of English, 3 years of math, 3 years of social science, and 3 years of natural science. If you don't have that 3.0 core just yet, contact me. We do have alternate admissions available. If you have at least a 2.0 core GPA, we'll admit you with a qualifying test score as well. I do have a couple of tips for you. Complete everything as early as possible and ask questions, because our priority scholarship deadline is February 1st. What that means is that you need to submit your admissions application by that date in order to be eligible for any university scholarships. We do have merit-based scholarships available, and they will be available on your My Nevada account after you apply to the university. And we have a range of $500 to $2,000 that you can be awarded. And then also a top tier presidential level scholarship, which would be $8,000 per year for all 4 years. And super important, make sure you submit everything by February 1st, including your admissions application, your scholarship application, and your FAFSA. We do have transfer admissions available. We need a 2.5 cumulative GPA, and you just need to submit your official transcripts and immunization records. that is all I have for you guys. If you would like more information, my email is on the screen and you can copy this QR code for our info link. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Crystal. And that is the final presentation of the evening. So thank you so much for joining us. When you close your window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We really appreciate the feedback that you can provide there. Also, as I mentioned before, this is just one of many sessions as part of this College Fair series. So there will be more next week. Be sure to sign up for others. And in about a week's time, you'll be able to find this session as well as recordings of other sessions available on the website at strivescan.com/RMACAC. And thank you again so much to our panelists. Really appreciate you taking the time to share with us this evening. So thank you everyone so much and have a good night.